Hey everyone, welcome back to my craft table and my channel. So glad you're here. And if you're new, my name is Jen and I'm really glad that you're here with us today. Today's video, I am actually going to be unboxing the Mini Cinch by We Are Memory Makers. Now I purchased this from Michael's a little bit ago, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago. And I was very intrigued by it, but it's been sitting here staring at me and I felt a little bit intimidated. So I've done some research and I'm really excited to open this up today on camera and show you how everything works. And then we're gonna create a little project. So this is a little 4x6 notepad or journal, whatever you want to call it. And it has a beautiful front and back cover that also has a pattern on the inside. And I have 3 sections of blank paper, and in between the sections, I have like a divider page with another element like this. So this was super fun and super easy to make. I will be listing in the description below all of the materials, supplies, etc. that I use for this project, so you can check those out. And I will also be telling you later in this video how you can enter a giveaway to win this little book. So recently I just hit 2,200 subscribers, which is an amazing blessing. So thank you to everyone. I really appreciate not only the fact that you have subscribed and spend your time with me, but that you are liking the videos, sharing the videos, you're commenting, you're giving thumbs up, you're leaving emojis, just all the things. So thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. I'm so glad that I can teach you some things along the way and inspire you with the crafts and projects that I make here on my channel. So don't forget to enter the giveaway. I will be putting the information in a pinned comment down below in the comment section. So it'll be the very first thing you see. It'll give you all of the details on how to enter the giveaway. Once this video is posted to YouTube, the giveaway will be open for about 5 days. Then I will close it and select a winner using a random name generator. And then I will be so happy to send some happy mail to one of you. So if you're ready to unbox this little mini cinch, find out what it's all about, and make a cute little journal that is actually really beautiful, then go ahead, hit that like button, come in and cozy up, and let's get crafting. Here is the long-awaited moment. I am so excited to open this. So I have actually been researching how to use this machine and the bigger cinch, which I do not have, but I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it here with you, and then we will start playing with this. And I thought it would be fun to make a little journal or a little notepad like this. I'm always in need of paper to write stuff down, and sticky notes are great, but I thought this would be fun, a fun way to be a little festive and have something pretty. I'm going to unbox this. We're going to take a look at that. And then I've got some pattern paper and we're going to make one of those little journals. So let's go ahead and get crafting. Okay, so before I unbox this, it comes with, well, it says make custom books, planners, and journals of any size. So this is a mini cinch. It's obviously not ginormous like the big one, which I think the big one is kind of neat. I just don't know that I have the room for that. So I love this compact size. It punches up to 15 sheets of copy paper at once. So if you wanted to make something that had more than 15 sheets, you would need to do the punching in chunks. It has the compress, it has the cinch bar here. That's what you're going to use to compress the wire binding. Over here, we've got some little hooks to put the wire binder or the wire binding on here so that you can thread your pages. This is the punch and the cinch lever here, and it does have a secure handle bar down here at the bottom, and it has an adjustable guide for any size paper is what it says. And then as far as the binding wire, it works with 0.625 inch wires. Now that is 5/8, and I actually have a 4-count black wire package, and then I have a variety pack, and this is has a grayish white, my favorite mint color, a blue, like a cornflower blue, a pink, an orange, a rose gold, a regular gold, and it looks like a black. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's see, one more thing. 3 simple steps. We're going to punch holes, we're going to thread our sheets, and then we're going to cinch it. And you can make things that are wider than the machine. You just have to work in sections. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and open this box for the first time and take everything out. And we're going to see what we have. And this looks like it has some fibers from the box on the inside. That's really funny. I will wipe that down. All right. Actually, that's kind of a neat little box here to save for the craft room to put things in. Definitely going to be using that. Okay, we don't need the packaging. So the Mini Cinch bookbinding tool, it comes with a user guide, a diagram. It has a quick guide, can register the machine. It talks about getting started, binding, trimming. See, the rest of the instructions are in different languages. All right, so we're going to give this a try here in a second. So this is the machine. All right, so this bar comes. Ooh, all right. That bar comes off, and then this is the handle, and that's what moves down. It has a center mark. It has your hole punches here. It has a ruler. This is an alignment guide here. It has a chart for aligning, and this says maximum height 2 inches. And I do know that this goes over here. I'll have to figure out what exactly we use this for. Okay, and then that sits back in this little spot. I think this is to help with the alignment. This is where the binding is going to go. And then on this side, this is where the cinching will happen. I'm going to use a test piece of paper here. So if I want, this says a whole 1/2 inch. B is for these markings, 1/4 inch, 1/8, 5/8, 3 inch, 3/4 inch, A4, A5, A6, 6/8, 7, and then for C would be at 3/8 and 7/8. So I'm going to put this in at B. I'm just going to go middle of the road, and I'm just going to use this as a sample to see what it does. I'm going to put this in here, and then I'm going to press down, and then there we go. That is so fun. That is so cool. And then let's see, the paper peg, and it says lower the alignment peg. So I guess if we push this down, oh, there we go. So if I wanted to do it again, I would need to line it up, and then I would line up my hole. I'm going to line up this last hole here with the edge of this part of the machine. So I'm going to line up that last hole that I punched even with this edging right here, not this one. And let's see what that does. So this would be if I wanted to have continuous punching, like for longer papers. There is also right back here, there's a guide, like it's the little hole, the little square hole right back here. And that's where you line that up. I totally get this now. Okay, let's pause. I put this here. I put the paper in, I then punched it. I want to go all the way across. So if I were making a big 8.5 by 11 journal, I would remove this guide. This alignment peg right here, I would pop that up. Then this particular hole right here is going to go in even with the edge. And then this second hole is going to go right back here. I'm going to line it up on that hole right there. And what that will do is give me even spacing. That's pretty genius. All right, got that lined up, and then I'll punch it again. All right, that did so good. And then I'll just do it one more time, just, you know, while we're playing around with this. I'm lining up that second square with that square hole in the back there, and then punch it down. Okay. Now it did get a little close to that edge there. So I would probably adjust my starting point over here because I have a lot of real estate there. But this is, you know, this is important to do test punches because I would hate to start out making the actual project and then have that happen. Definitely do some test punches. All right, so that is really important. Let's go ahead and see what kind of materials we're going to use for our actual notebook that we're going to make. For the inside sheets of the little notebook, I have a bunch of these little paper pads from Dollar Tree, and these don't have any lines on them. They are 4x6 in size. There are 100 sheets in here. Now mine's a little less because I pulled a couple sheets out here and there. We can take so many of them at a time out and punch them. I'm going to be using this as an insert in between some of these white pages. This is just very, very thin. It's like Kraftboard. I'm going to be cutting this down and using this for the front and back cover, the sturdiness of the front and back cover. Then I have this paper pad here. I got this at Michael's. It's really pretty. It's called Eucalyptus Weave, and it has 48 sheets. And I'll just do a quick drive-by. There's 2 of every pattern. It is not double-sided. These are just gorgeous. If you've got a lot of pattern paper, then making mini books can be a super good way to use up some of those pattern papers. Also going to be using one of the binding wires, and I think I'm going to go with the gold binding wire because I did choose some pages a little earlier. Check this page out. This is so pretty. It's like a dark emerald green. It's got this gold all over it. I'm going to use this for the front. Then I have this one here. Now this is just a plain pattern, but I'm going to use this for the back, and it's a little bit lighter green. And then the paper pad had these in here. So I thought that it would be kind of neat to use up some of these, especially the ones with the writing on them. And I kind of like this one here. Actually, I like quite a few of them. But to cut this down to the 4x6 size and then just put this on the front of a piece of this. So I have some of this cardstock ready to go. That's just in my stash. So this is going to be fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and start getting everything cut down. I'm going to bring in my trim and scoreboard. This is my biggest paper cutter. This pad of paper is 4x6. Let's do I'm going to do 5.5 by 7.5. And this is probably a little bit bigger than I actually need, but I would rather have to cut it down than not have enough material. Okay, so this will be for the back. This will be for the front. So again, I'm going to do 5.5 by 7.5. And I will make this one my front side. These would make really good teacher gifts. I'm already thinking about Teacher Appreciation Week coming up here later in the year. I'm going to very quickly just get all of these cut out. Okay, so we've got these, and that's a really good size. That's going to be fantastic. I'm going to need some inserts. Let's do 4. and then 6. So we've got the paper, we've got a couple of inserts, we've got some fun stuff, we've got a cover and a back cover. Okay, so let me think about this again. This is 7.5 by 5.5. So I'm gonna do one of each, these smaller ones to cover that Kraftboard that'll be on the inside. I will put all of the dimensions that I end up finalizing on the description below. Description, I generally will put all of the links to the materials that I use. I'm gonna do 6.25 by 4.25 so that my covers are just slightly bigger. Let's kind of pause for a moment. I have a front and a back cover. It will be adhered onto this. We'll cover this Kraftboard. I'm gonna just flip-flop those inserts to kind of separate some things. That would be for the cover. And then in the inside, I like that one because I can write on it. And I think I like that one. So we've got some inserts here. We've got a front cover. We have a back cover. I have this here. I'm going to peel off a couple of sheets at a time. I can do 15 sheets at once. I have taken 15 sheets at a time. I pulled them out of this notepad. I still have a ton of sheets. Like I could totally make a whole nother book. I took 15 sheets out at a time, made sure that they were separated, and then I just used my little trimmer here and I cut it down to 5 3/4 so that it would remove the gluey, gummy part of the top. What I thought I would do is I'm gonna cut this down to, how about we do 7/8? So I'm coming in about 1/8 of an inch. That way this will be ever so slightly longer than this section, almost like a little divider. I like that because it helps me figure out where things go. Or, you know, I don't have to have a tab or anything. It's almost like a little built-in tab. I will be definitely writing down my measurements and putting them in the descriptions. The next thing will be to put these together here. I'm gonna turn this over. I'm not gonna use liquid glue like I would for my cards. I'm gonna use this, it's like a score tape. It's just a double-sided adhesive tape. It tears really, really easily. I'm pretty sure that I got this tape at Dollar Tree as well. Okay, so this is gonna go here, and that's gonna get folded over. So now what I'm gonna do is grab my little poke tool and I'm gonna pull up these release papers. This doesn't have necessarily a direction, so it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna put it here, and then this is just gonna go as close to the center as possible. I'm going to come in and I'm going to really as close as possible without cutting into the Kraftboard. I'm cutting off a corner, and this way my corners are mitered and I don't have to worry about them overlapping and being bulky. I'm going to fold this over on all 4 sides. Increase that down with my bone folder. Then the next thing is I'm going to put the tape along this outer part of the paper. You can use whatever adhesive you prefer. I love liquid glue and this score tape when I'm making cards, but I don't want to use any liquid glue on this project. All right, and now that those are pulled up, I'm just going to fold these over and press down. This is kind of like wrapping a present. Sure is a pretty present. The next piece is going to be to put this in there. Now, as you can see, this is way too big now. So I'm going to see if this one, I think height-wise, it's perfect. And I think width-wise, it definitely needs to be trimmed down. Let's do 3 3/4. The height is fine. This is what it'll look like. So this is 4 by 6. This was 5.5 by 7.5. This is 5.5 by 3 3/4. And I will, before I type everything in the description. I will get the ruler out and double check, make sure that I'm measuring and noting these measurements correctly. So I love when you can get craft things that help you make gifts. And I tell you what, I don't think I will be buying any more journals. I'll just be making them. So now I'm gonna line this up, get it as centered as possible, and put that down. So we have our front cover. I'm gonna do the same process for the back cover. Oh, wait, before we do that, I'm gonna put this down on the front. I just realized this is all green, like almost St. Patrick's Day vibes, and that was definitely not my intention. Now we have a front cover. This is really sturdy. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the second one off camera, and I will be back in just a moment. Okay, so the back cover is now done. Y'all, this is so awesome. I'm really excited about this. While I was off camera, I went ahead and I put these two elements on these divider pages. I have my papers here, so there's that. I went ahead and pulled out the wire that I'm going to use, and this is actually a really good match. I am going to be cutting this down, so I went ahead and got some little wire cutters, and then we have our little cinch machine right here. I want this directly in the middle. If I do those 6, and then I can probably do 2 more. I think I can do 8 before I get too invested in that. I am going to, so here we're going to do a test cut again because we don't want to mess up all of these pages that we just so nicely got put together. Okay, I'm going to put this back on the B. I'm going to go ahead and slide this in. So my alignment guide is on B. I'm going to need to research more about that. I'm going to go ahead and punch that down, and it punches really easily. Okay, so I have the 6. Now I'm hoping I can get 2 more. So I'm going to remove this. Without getting a 3rd hole there, I think I can do 2 more. All right, here goes nothing. Oh, look, that worked perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I put this on that little notch right here, the little hole that's in the bottom, the base. This was lined up against the edge, and then this was perfect. And I did kind of eyeball it before I did that, so wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, let's go ahead. Here goes nothing. That did really nicely. Okay, and then I'm going to line those right here. Perfect. We will go ahead and do this one. Here's our front and our back. I can get 8. I just need to be really mindful about how I line this paper up. So this is 15 sheets. So I think I'm going to line it up with this 3 right here. Okay, that was the 15 max capacity, and it did a really nice job. Line up that one on the outside. Okay, so that is going to work really good. You can see everything lines up, all the holes line up, and I have a fairly even edge on both sides. Same thing, put it on the 3, move it over. Then the next 15 sheets, I'm just placing things face down so that I kind of have everything in order. So on the back, this piece right here, that's all those hole punch little trappings, just lifts out. Okay, so here's all the little trappings, but that's where it goes. It goes in this little spot here. Here are all of my papers, and then it's gonna look like this. Now, if I wanted to, I could keep going, and I can just add more and more and more pages, and I could totally do that. I think for this first one that I'm going to just let it be. I just had a thought. I am thinking, in celebration of reaching 2,000 subscribers, I think what I want to do is I want to give this away. I am going to put a link to a Google form. If you want to enter the giveaway, you'll put in your name and your email address, and then I will do a random number generator based on the number of entries. I use that all the time in my classroom. And then the person that wins, I will contact you via email, and you can send me your address, and then I will send this to you. This is so gorgeous, and I am so happy with how this is turning out that I would like to bless someone today with one of these. And it's only going to have about 45 pages in it, but they're front and back, and so that makes 90. So look for that link. I think actually I will pin it, not in the description. I will pin the giveaway in the comments. It'll be the very first comment in the comments section. That's where you'll find the link to the giveaway. All right, so now we are going to need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 8 of these. And then this is how this works. So on this wire, the back of the wire is like a big U shape. And then on the front of the wire is like a tiny one. The large part, this back part back here, goes on these little hooks right there. This is simply to give us a way to basically thread our pages. So I'm going to take the front cover, I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to put it on these little pegs right there. Okay, so we have the first 15 pages. Then we have one of the dividers. Then we have another 15 pages, another divider, the final 15 pages. Okay, this is all together, and I actually need to turn it all the way over. So that is another thing not to do. But do you see how quick and easy that was? I just grabbed all of it, lifted it up gently, I turned it over, and I just placed it all back down. This is the front cover. Okay, so basically you want to go from the back to the front when you put your papers in. Don't do what I just did. And then your back cover, this is really important. You want the inside of the back cover facing up toward you, and the right side of the back, you want it touching the front side of the front. So I'm going to put this down like this. Then we're going to lift all of this up, and I'm going to wait until after I cinch it before I trim it. Now, if I was going all the way across this binding, like if I was making something ginormous like a calendar or a big notebook, then I would need to just move it over as I go. I'm going to do the original 6, and then I'll do the next 2. This is laying flat. These little ones are facing up, and then I'm just going to push it down. Okay. And then I'm going to take a look so you can see it's closed. That is so cool. Okay, I'm just going to move this over just a little bit. I just want to cinch those 2 that are on the end. Okay, I'm going to make sure those are closed. I probably could do that just a little bit more. Perfect. Now I'm going to take these little wire trimmers, and I'm going to see if I can trim this out. And then this is the back, and I'm just going to fold it around like that. And so you have the wire binding, beautiful. And the inside has this part, but I am going to go ahead and clip off those ends with my jewelry nippers. That'll work. But oh, this is amazing. Oh my goodness, guys, I cannot get over this. This is game changer, because you could put some adhesive vinyl on the front and personalize it any way you want to. You could, I could probably fill one of these notebooks with ideas on what all to make with this. This is so awesome. I hope that you really enjoyed this tutorial. So don't forget to like this video and share it with your crafty friends. Most importantly, don't forget to go to the comment section, click on the very first comment, the pinned comment from me directly, and there will be a link to a Google form. You will put in your name and your email. When this video goes live, I'll give it about 5 days. Then I will close the giveaway, and then I will do the random number generator. And I will put that information, the window for the giveaway, I'll put it in the comment as well. As soon as I close the giveaway and draw the winner, I will contact you via email, and then you can send me your address and I will send you some happy mail. So I'm very excited about hosting a little giveaway. And I hope that you enjoy your little present. That'll be such a fun thing to receive in the mail. Okay, so again, make sure that you have liked the video, you have shared it with your crafty friends. Make sure that you go into the comments below to the first pinned comment, put in your info for the giveaway. And if you are not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell, because I do upload new content at least once a week. I definitely enjoy you spending your time with me today. So thank you for coming in, cozying up, and watching this video with me. So until I see you in the next card or craft, as always, have an amazing day and happy crafting.
Thank you all so much for watching today. I'm so glad that you can join me at my craft table. If you're not already, I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when new videos arrive. Have a great day, and as always, happy crafting.